Hello there, this is Jedi Master Daniel 96, and in today I will be reviewing Batman and Robin, the last movie of the Batman anthology, which is, the Tim Burton and Joel Schumacher Batman movie series, and this one is the second Joel Schumacher movie, so we're kind of, closing out with the Joel Schumacher verse as The Flash kind of, as I did state, it did split the Burton films and the Schumacher films into separate universes, so just wanted to clear that up, and I did bring that up, so sorry if I'm repeating myself. I mean, newer viewers are probably, watching this as well, so I kind of had to bring that up, so that out of the way, let's get to the review. So this movie has George Clooney as Batman, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, Chris O'Donnell as Robin, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, and Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl. And this, movie is the campy side of Batman. Like, this is kind of like, bringing back the Batman of the 60s. And this movie was made in the 90s. And then, so this more is where they went more with the lightheartedness than the darkness. As one thing that I feel like that makes the Burton and Schumacher films stand out is how in the Tim Burton movies they went full on the dark route, and then in Batman Forever with Joel Schumacher, I'd say it was a good balance between the light and dark. And then the Schumacher cut will probably be a darker version than the theatrical cut we already know. And then this one is like the campiness, and then Michael Uslan, executive producer of every Batman movie, did state that this is like the Batman of the 60s sort of thing. So, like, the Schumacher films more capture like the Silver Age of Batman comics, so just wanted to bring that up, with that this, like, Schumacher films are more of the Silver Age, and that explains, why each version of Batman is different. And I know everyone will have their go-to how it should be thing, but I think people should respect that the character has been interpreted in many different ways. Sorry, I couldn't speak. So yeah, and then with Mr. Freeze, he's trying to like save his wife and stuff from this syndrome, which is something they took from the animated series with Nora Freeze. So they did take inspiration from that, and then they do use the earlier versions of the comics and all that stuff with Mr. Freeze as well. Even like his earlier days when he was called Mr. Zero, which a fun fact about Mr. Freeze, his original name was Mr. Zero and then got changed to Mr. Freeze as we know it today with the Adam West Batman TV series. So, little fun fact there. I mean, Batgirl is pretty much interpreted as Alfred's niece, as a lot of people know her more as Commissioner Gordon's daughter, but in this version, she's the niece of Alfred. And then Poison Ivy you have in this movie, and then like our love dust kind of creates the rift between Batman and Robin, where you do have Batman and Robin arguing a lot in this movie, so you have that there. And then you have a third villain in Bane. And Bane has a comic accurate look, but he's more cartoonish in this. Like, Bane has a more comic accurate like mask than the Dark Knight Rises, but you don't have him break Batman's back like he did in the comics and in the Dark Knight Rises, so little thing there. And so yeah, that's that. And then you have, Bruce Wayne dating this new girl in this movie called Julie Madison. So, and I did say in the Forever review that there's a different love interest in both like the Burton films and the Schumacher films. So I just wanted to clear that up in there. So I brought that up in the Forever review. So that's that. And then, I mean, so you have Batgirl will join Batman and Robin kind of for more the final climax of the movie. I mean, Freeze wants to freeze Gotham and all that. So, and then, the villains don't die in this movie. And then, Alfred has the McGregor syndrome as well, and then at the end of the movie, Batman asks Mr. Freeze on how to cure McGregor syndrome stage 1, because for Alfred, and then they'll put him at the lab in Arkham Asylum and all that. And then this movie wasn't really supposed to be the end of this series, as there was supposed to be a 5th Batman that would have had the Scarecrow, and there are 2 versions of a Batman and Robin sequel. The one when Schumacher was going to be involved was called Batman Unchained, and that would have had the Scarecrow and Harley Quinn. And then there was another attempt when Schumacher stepped down called Batman Dark Knight that would have had the Scarecrow and Man-Bat. I always kind of found that interesting because, Scarecrow was carried over to Batman Begins, and then you have the 8-year drought between Batman and Robin and Batman Begins. So a little fun fact that there was attempts to have a continuation of this series. And then, Schumacher is a big fan of Frank Miller's Batman Year One, and he always wanted to make a movie of that. So, a lot of people will accuse him for the campiness, so keep that in mind that Schumacher did have interest in making a Batman Year One movie. So, a little fun fact there, and I'd say this movie is very overhated. And I did say that, the character of Batman is interpreted in many different ways throughout the comics and different adaptations from the Burton films, the Schumacher films, the Nolan films, the Snyderverse, the recent incarnation with the Matt Reeves universe, and then, definitely probably with the Brave and the Bold for that DC cinematic universe led by James Gunn will also have a different interpretation. So, a lot of origin stories have stayed the same with Batman, with his parents getting murdered. So, that's that there. And I'd say, fun fact, that this was the first Batman movie I ever watched. So, that's that there, and that does it for me in this video. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below. Did you like Batman and Robin? Did you not like it? Were you indifferent? Let me know your thoughts down below. Share this video, tell your friends to subscribe. Let's get to 600 subscribers. Follow me on Twitter, DanRS87, Instagram, JMD96_YT, Facebook, JamMasterDaniel96. Have a great day, and stay bombad.